that I'm reading book again. Mindset. I think that will give 20 or 30 minutes to reading. Let's get into it. Yeah. Another look at potential. This leads us back to the idea of potential and to the question of whether tests or experts can tell us what our potential is, what we are capable of, what our future will be. The fixed mindset says, yes, you can simply measure the fixed ability right now and project it into the future. Yes, give the test or ask the expert. No crystal ball needed. So common is the belief that potential can be known right now that Joseph P. Kennedy felt confident in telling Morton Downey Jr. that he would be a failure. But had Downey, later a famous television personality and author, done why he had worn red socks and brown shoes to the Stork Club, a fancy New York nightclub? Morton Kennedy told him, I don't know anybody I ever met in my life wearing red socks and brown shoes who ever succeeded. Young man, let me tell you now, you do not stand out, but you do stand out, but you do not stand out in a way that people will ever admire you. Many of the most accomplished people of our era were considered by experts to have no future. Jackson Pollock, Marshall Prost, Elvis Presley, Ray Charles, Lucille Ball, and Charles Darwin were all thought to have little potential for their chosen fields. And in some of these cases, it may well have been true that they did not stand out from the crowd early on, but isn't potential someone's capacity to develop their skills with effort and coaching over time? And that's just the point. How can we know where effort, coaching, and time will take someone who knows? Maybe experts were right about Jackson, Marshall, Elvis, Ray, Lucille, and Charles in terms of their skills at the time. Maybe they were not yet the people they were to become. What do you mean by the RUDD? What is that? Hello, Kiva, a long time. You are joining this live stream after a very, very long time. Currently, I am reading Mindset. It's by Carol Astback. Welcome to the live stream. I was just a few minutes, like you can say, when I started the live, I was thinking about you. It's very long time that you joined the live stream. Yes, you can say it's like uh, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. It was around 1 minute and 30 seconds. I was thinking about you, like it's been a long time and it's like night in America, and you didn't join the live stream from a very long time. Not very long, but it's like I think uh, a week or two. Mr. Gummy Goon. What do you mean by? Uh, s- Actually, I was reading this book, and things are such and amazing. Currently, I just stopped reading this on chapter 21. I will read this part later. Currently, I'm finding this so much interesting. Do you like 6 7? What's that? I have no idea. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I ordered 4 books. I didn't open all of them, but yeah, I have. I will show you another one. I think you have heard about that. Uh, Grit. It's by Angela Duckworth. Angela Duckworth. Yeah, four books. I ordered four books. These two, mindset, grit. Let me check another one. I will love to show. Yes, I have heard of it. Which one? Grit. Actually, you just made my day. I was thinking about you from a very long time that you didn't join the live stream. This one is in still in packing. I don't want to remove it. I don't know what is that. Which one is that? I will. This there is another. You read Stephen King? No, I never read Stephen King. This there is another book. The Psychology of Money. This is too small. Yeah, this is too small. Like the Psychology of Money is. I was expecting that big one, but it's not. And I have no idea, but I had ordered literally. Thinking fast and slow. This one is big too. Thinking fast and slow. But currently, I'm reading this one, and I'm finding it too much interesting. Have you read 1984 by George Orwell? Not that Mr. Gammy. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name in wrong way, but no, I did not read. By the way, if you are new to the live, please subscribe to my channel. You are going to you have good books choice. Yeah. I will wait for a few minutes, and you can hit the subscribe button and like the live stream, and you can share your ideas. You can share your favorite books. I would love to order them. I will read them too. Mr. Gami, thank you for subscribing. You guys are so much amazing. Yeah, you are. I once went to an exhibit in London of Paul Cézanne early paintings. On my way there, I wondered who Cézanne was and what his paintings were like before he was the painter we know today. I was intensely curious because Cézanne is one of my favorite artists and the man who set the stage for much of modern art. Here is what I found. Some of the paintings were pretty bad. They were overwrought scenes, some violent with amateurishly painted people. Although there were some paintings that foreshadowed the later season, many did not. Was the early season not talented, or did it just take time for season to become season? People with the growth mindset know that it takes time for potential to flower. Recently, I got an angry letter from a teacher who had taken one of our surveys. The surveys portrays a hypothetical student, Jennifer, who had gotten 65% on a math exam. It then asked teachers to tell us how they would treat her. Teachers with the fixed mindset were more than happy to answer our questions. They felt that by knowing Jennifer's scores, they had a good sense of who she was and what she was capable of. Their recommendations abounded. Mr. Riordan, by contrast, was fuming hairs, but he wrote. Let me see. Yes, no problem with reading now. You okay? To whom it may concern, have like and subscribe, guys. Oh, thank you, Kiva. I will love to add you as a moderator. Mm, Having completed the educators portion of your recent surveys, I must request that may result be excluded from the study. I feel that the study itself is scientifically unsound. By the way, Mr. Gami, if you are still here, then you you can tell me where are you watching me from, and yeah, lots of things I want to know more about you guys. Such an amazing people around the world. Unfortunately, The test uses a faculty premise asking teachers to make a assumption about a given student based on nothing more than a number on a page. Performance cannot be based on one assessment. You cannot determine the slope of a line. Given only one point, as there is no line to begin with, a single point in time does not show trends, improvement, lack of effort, or mathematical ability. Sincerely, Michael D. Riordan. I was delighted with Mr. Riordan's critique and couldn't have agreed with it more. An assessment at one point in time has little value for understanding someone's ability to let alone their potential to succeed in the future. It was disturbing how many teachers thought otherwise, and that was the point of our study. The idea that one evaluation can measure you forever is what creates the urgency for those with the fixed mindset. That's why they must succeed perfectly and immediately. Who can afford the luxury of trying to grow when everything is on the line right now? Is there any other way to judge potential? NASA thought so. When they were soliciting applications for astronauts, they rejected people with pure histories of success and instead selected people who had significant failures and bounced back from them. Jack Welch, the celebrated CEO of General Electric, chose executive on the basis of runway their capacity for growth. And remember Marina Semyona, the famed ballet teacher, who chose the students who were energized by criticism. They were all rejecting the idea of fixed ability and selecting instead of mindset. Yes. Mm, yeah, welcome to the live stream. Proving you are special. When people with the fixed mindset opt for success over growth, what are they really trying to prove? That they are special even spirit. When we ask them, what do you feel? When do you feel smart? So many of them talked about time they feel like a special person, someone who was different from and better than other people. Until I discovered the mindsets and how they work, I too thought of myself. Oh yeah, it's actually when I was reading this, I was not feeling boring. But when I was reading uh, this one, it's actually very good book and it has lots of values inside it. But still, I was like feeling too boring while reading this. After 2 pages, I started feeling like word from mine. When I read this one, I do not have any idea where I'm going. I was reading and reading. Thought myself as more talented than others, maybe even more worthy than others because of my endowments. The scariest thought which I really entertained was the possibility of being ordinary. This kind of thinking led me to need constant validation. Every comment, every look was meaningful. It registered on my intelligence scorecard, my attractiveness scorecard, my likability scorecard. If a day went well, I could bask in my high numbers. Much do you like a book with values is nice, but it has to keep an interest. Yeah, it's like actually don't have interesting things. It sometimes there are lots of interesting things also, but I was not finding it very good. How much do you like to read? Mm, actually, I really love to read. That's what I can say. Mr. Gami, what do you mean by that? Do you like going to 6 7? But I have no idea what this guy. Do you, what does that mean? I have no idea. I'm sorry for that. And 67 is a meme. I read a book halfway and lost. Yeah, but same like that. I was reading few days back The Laws of Human Nature. I read a book, and 67 is a meme. Oh, so like it's basically, do you think 67 is funny? No idea, no idea, still no idea. uh, the Laws of Human Nature is a good one, yeah. One bitter cold winter night, I went to the opera. The night the opera was everything you hope for, and everyone stayed until the very end. Not just the end of the opera, but through all these curtain calls. Then we all poured into the street and we all wanted taxis. I remember it clearly. It was after midnight, it was 7 degrees, there was a strong wind, and as time went on, I became more and more miserable. There I was, part of an undifferentiated crowd. What chance did I have? Suddenly, a taxi pulled up right next to me. The handle of the back door lined up perfectly with my hand, and as I entered, the driver announced, "You were different." I lived for these moments. Not only was special, it could be detected from a distance. Oh, new one. Okay. Koshodbag. Have you read The Great Gatsby? No, not yet. Uh, let me take a look at it. Yeah, let me. Books that have a little bit of history and meaning is nice to read. Yeah, definitely. Uh, Great Gatsby. Hmm. Seems. Yeah, it seems very interesting book. Kosho Dweck. I have no idea. I think you have joined the channel for the first time. Yeah, it F. Scott Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald. I don't know. I'm pronouncing the name in right way, but yeah, I will order it soon after completing these one. Like whenever I complete these books, then I still have three books to touch, and after that I will order the book. Gatsby, Great Gatsby. The self-esteem movement encourages this kind of thinking and has even invented a device to help you confirm your superiority. I recently came across an ad for such a product. Two of my friends sent me an illustrator list each of the top 10 things they didn't get me for Christmas. From January through November, they clip candidate items from catalogs or download them from the internet. In December, they select the winners. One of my all-time favorites is the pocket toilet, which you fold up and turn your pocket after using this year. My favorite was the I love me mirror, a mirror with I love me in huge capital letters written across the bottom half. While looking into it, you can administer the message to yourself and not wait for the outside world to announce your specialness. Of course, the mirror is harmless enough. The problem is when special begin to mean better than others, a more valuable human being, a superior person, a entitled person. Special superior entitled. John John McInroy had a fixed mindset. He believed that talent was all. He did not love to learn. He did not thrive on challenges. When the going got rough, he often folded as a result. By his own admission, he did not fulfill his potential. But what is coming in my mind right now is that When I was reading the other book, the verse was very difficult to understand and difficult to read. But this one is like flow is very good. mm, Everything is like very easy. When I was reading it, I easily able to complete 3 or 4 lines. Then I will look back, it's like too much easy to read. That's why I think the other one I found it very difficult to read and bit less interesting. But this one is interesting because the verse flow is very good and lines are written in a small, you can say only few words are written in lines, and it is making this book interesting. Yeah, I can see now. But his talent was so great that he was the number one tennis player in the world for 4 years. Here he tells us what it was like to be number one. Oh, I'm sorry. I would like to ask that how is my voice? Is it clear to you or not? McInroy used sawdust to absorb the sweat on his hands during a match. This time the sawdust was not to his liking, so he went over to the can of sawdust and knocked it over with his racket. His agent Gary came dashing over to find out what was wrong. Thank you for letting me know that my voice is clear. That's what I want. You call that sawdust? I said. I was actually screaming at him. Sawdust was grown to find this looks like a rat poison. Can you get anything right? So Gary ran out and 20 minutes later came back with a fresh can of coarser sawdust and $20 less in his pocket. Had to pay a he had to pay a union employee to grind up to a 2 by 4. This is what it was like to be number one. Everything was about you. Did you get everything you need? Is everything okay? We will pay you this, we will do that, we will kiss your behind. You only have to do what you want. Your reaction to anything else is get the hell out of here. For a long time I didn't mind it a bit. Would you? So let's see. If you are successful, you are better than other people. You get to abuse them and have them grow. In the fixed mindset, this is what can pass for self-esteem. As a contact, let's look at Michael Jordan, growth mindset athlete par excellence, whose greatness is regularly proclaimed by the world. Superman, God in person, Jesus in tennis shoes. If anyone has reason to think of himself as special, it is he. But here is what he said when his return to basketball caused a huge commotion. I was shocked with the level of intensity my coming back to the game created. People were praising me like I was a religious cult or something. That was very embarrassing. I am a human being like everyone else. Jordan knew how hard he had worked to develop his abilities. He was a person who had struggled and grown, not a person who was inherently better than others. Mm-hmm. Oh my yes. If anybody has something to share, I would love to hear about you. Like it's been 24 minutes and continuously reading and talking. So yeah, you can share your thoughts, your ideas, whatever you have, and I would love to hear that. And I will also share my thoughts with you. 3% are watching me, and say something in comment. Tom Wolfe in The Right Stuff described the elite military pilots who eagerly embrace the fixed mindset, having passed one rigorously test after another. They think of themselves as special, as people who were born smarter and braver than other people. But Chuck Yeager, the hero of The Right Stuff, back to differ. There is no such thing as a natural born pilot. Whatever my aptitude or talents, become a proficient pilot was hard work, really a lifetime learning experience. The best pilots fly more than the others. That's why they are the best. Like Michael Jordan, he was a human being. He must trust himself farther than most. In short, people who believe in fixed traits feel an urgency to succeed, and when they do, they may feel more than pride. They may feel a sense of superiority, since success means that their fixed traits are better than other people. However, lurking behind that self-esteem of the fixed mindset is a simple question: if you are somebody when you are successful, but are you when you are unsuccessful? Hmm. After reading this book, I found that I'm very good. I my mindset is like growth mindset. I'm in a field since 2023, and I did not change my field despite being regular failures. You can say that, not regular failures, but you can say yearly wise, um, I was failure. I am failure. So when I read this book, it gives me the confidence. Like, despite being failure, I did not leave my field. I stay in the field, staying in the field, making me even more confident. Yeah, my thoughts are so far from hearing the reading. It sounds very interesting and easy to understand. Yes, it is completely plain text, and you can say there is nothing difficult. And this, um, it's actually two perspective. They are, in this book they are showing two perspective: fixed mindset and growth mindset. I'm currently on chapter 2, and the main thing I able to get from the book is two mindsets. Book name is mindset, so two mindsets. One is fixed and other is growth mindset. For example, the people who are trying to get in a field like running through government job, getting trying to getting government jobs, and one who wants to do government job or not, whatever. Mm, Still they have thoughts to grow in their life, and they are staying in the field for long to grow. And yeah, that's what I have. I don't have much. um, yes, it has a sense of mindfulness. Yes, mindset change the meaning of failure. The Martins worshipped their 3-year-old Robert and always bragged about his feats. There had never been a child as bright and creative as theirs. Then Robert did something unforgivable. He didn't get into the number one preschool in New York. After that, the Martin school dowered him. They did not talk about him the same way, and they didn't treat him with the same pride and affection. He was no longer their brilliant little Robert. He was someone who had discredited himself and shamed them. At the tender age of 3, he was a failure. As a New York Times article points out, failure has been transformed from an action I failed to an identity I am a failure. This is especially true in the fixed mindset. Oh, something very interesting. When I was a child, I too worried about meeting Robert's fate. In 6th grade, I was the best speller in my school. The principal wanted me to go to a city-wide competition, but I refused. In 9th grade, I excelled in French, and my teacher wanted me to enter a city-wide competition. Again, I refused. Why would I risk turning from a success into a failure, from a winner into a loser? Ernie Els, the great golfer, worried about this too. Els finally won a major tournament after a 5 year dry spell in which match after match slipped away from him. But if he had lost this tournament too, I would have been a different person. He tells us he would have been a loser. Each April, when the skinny envelopes, the rejection letters arrive from colleges, countless failures are created coast to coast. Thousands of brilliant young scholars become the girl who didn't get into Princeton or the boy who didn't get into the Stanford. Okay, story of Ernie Els golfer. Okay, he succeeded after 5 years. So about me, I'm not failure in every perspective. I'm failure in only one perspective. You can say financially I'm failure, but in a way that actually I knew in my mind, I'm sure that I'm growing in a very good way, despite being not growing financially the way I want, or the way people think one is successful. But in my mindset, I'm sure that I'm growing the way I want, despite being financially not stable. So it's totally understanding the perspective, like how you see things. Whatever happens in the past, it's like we cannot control it, but the things that are going to happen in future, we can have lots of, we have 100% control on those things. What's your take on Kiva? What's your take on this, Kiva? Actually, I'm sorry. I just maybe I just forget your full name, or I never ask your full name. Again, maybe not growing the way you want, but people want handle. But you understand from your own perspective your wants. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Uh, Now, interesting topic coming on. Let's see. Defining moments. Even in the growth mindset, failure can be a painful experience. It's actually painful. Uh, yeah, exactly. No one knows yourself better than you, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mm, Even in the growth mindset, failure can be a painful experience, but it doesn't define you. It is a problem to be faced, dealt with, and learn from. Yeah, that happens. When I see myself like 2 or 3 years back, I was like, I'm going to succeed very fast, and I will be financially stable uh, in a few months, like 6 months or a year. But it's been 3 years, and it's like looking back, like I wasted my 3 years. Oh my god, what the hell is that? But this is so much painful when I look back. But it's not painful when I see when I first started the game, and now I'm different person. I can write easily. I can understand easily. I can speak better. I can uh, interact with people. Lots of things easy now, but at that time that not easy at all. Despite being from a third world country and not able to speak fluent English at that time, but now I think I am able to speak a bit better English and in a fluent way too. I'm not sure. Jim Marshall, former defensive player for the Minnesota Vikings, relates but could easily have made him into a failure. In a game against the San Francisco 49 ERS, Marshall spotted the football on the ground. He scooped it up and ran for a touchdown as the crowd cheered. But he ran the wrong way. He scored for the wrong team, and on national television, it was the most devastating moment of his life. The shame was overpowering, but during halftime, he thought, if you make a mistake, um, you got to make it right. I realized I had a choice. I could sit in my misery or I could do something about it. Pulling himself together for the second half, he played some of his best football ever and contributed to his team's victory. We'll tend to think ahead of yourself before we start a goal in the moment, but later down the make growth progress. Yeah, exactly. But because at that time we don't able to see the middle path, we able to see the first path like first step and end step, but we don't able to see the middle path like taking actions, understanding things, going through the tough times, um, difficult times, lots of stuff. One more thing, you know, I am the only person in my family who can speak English. Yeah, definitely we don't able to see any challenges that are going to come in our way, like we, because we don't able to think in that way. It's like everything is going in a streamline, but it's not that. It's like sometimes this and sometimes that, lots of fluff happens between, but we don't able to understand that because we don't have that much experience of things. It's like understand. It's very difficult to understand at that time. And nobody even in my home, nobody even able to understand English, and speaking is far away. Like I don't want to say much, but yeah, true, because English is like third language to me. My mother tongue is something different, and national language is not national, but the mostly spoken in my country, like India. Hindi language is second, then English third, and currently understand, and I'm just learning Russian language too, and after that I will might go for Japanese or Chinese. Nor did he stop there. He spoke to groups. He answered letters that poured in from people who finally had the courage to admit their own shameful experience. He heightened his concentration during games instead of letting the experience define him. He took control of it. He used to become a better player, and he believes a better person. I had written something few days for my social media. I would love to read that after. I just don't want to read that much. I will read one more page, but I will read first. But I will read a social media post written by me. You have to be very. My first line is, she planned to kill me, but somehow I survived. I made 101 phone calls and still no one picked up. I plugged my phone into the charger. I was so sad sitting by my window thinking about her, about those beautiful memories. Oh my god, my phone rang and I ran. I had such high hopes and my heart started to calm down. I was still thinking about her and I had no idea who was calling me. I was the same person I had been trying to reach, but then someone with a loud voice said the voice I had heard before. Fuck up, don't call me again. Those hopes disappeared and turned into even more disappointment. The day I was going to die, my best friend came over and my doorbell rang and I stopped myself. My best friend came over and I was in tears. I tried to keep everything from my body. I tried to wipe my tears away with my hands, but I couldn't hide it. He asked me my way, what happened. I told him the story. I just got betrayed by my girlfriend. That's what I written uh, 4 days back. I met a lot of Indian who knows Russian language. Yeah, there are lots of Indian who live in Russia. This is the story wrote. I wrote two stories, but in the end, yesterday I was reading it again, and I feel yeah, I'm missing lots of things, and I can write it even better. Now I have to focus on book reading. In the fixed mindset, however, the loss of oneself to failure can be a permanent haunting trauma. Bernard Lizio was one of the top chefs in the world. Only a handful of restaurants in all of France received the supreme rating of 3 stars from the guide Michelin, the most respected restaurant guide in Europe. His was one of them. Around the publication of the 203 guide meditation. Around the publication of 2003 guide Michelin, however, Mr. Luzio committed suicide. He had lost 2 points in another guide, going from a 19 out of 20 to a 17 in the Galt Millau, and there were rampant rumors that he would lose one of his 3 stars in the new guide. Although he did not, the idea of failure had possessed him. Luzio had been a pioneer. He was one of the first to advance the nouvelle cuisine, trading the traditional butter and cream sauces of French cooking for the brighter flavors of the food themselves. A man of tremendous energy, he was also an entrepreneur. Besides his three-star restaurant in Burgundy, he had created three eateries in Paris, numerous cookbooks, and a line of frozen foods. I am like Yves Saint Laurent, he told people. I do both hot and culture and ready to wear. A man of such talent and originality could easily have planned for a satisfying future with or without the 2 points or the third star. In fact, the director of the Gold Milau said it was unimaginable that the rating could have taken his life, but in the fixed mindset, it is imaginable. Their low rating gave him a new definition of himself. Failure has been. It is striking what quotes as failure in the fixed mindset. So, on a lighter note, now I'm going to stop reading book. That's enough today. Oh, what else? Yes, booking. Yes, book reading focus. I think it's really cool. You are the only one who knows English in your family because you can help them. Yes, actually, my dream is to help, and there is a lot to do. Yeah, I don't want to say much. Like, I'm just 22, and there is a lot to do. Yeah, actually, my situation is very, very difficult. Currently, it's like what I say. It's like hell situation right now, but still, I always smile. I always have high hopes, and in the meanwhile, I have no regret of anything. I hope so. Hi, GW Vandeep. Hi, bro. Yeah, bro. I am sure you are from India. Where are you watching me from, brother? Yeah. Yes, completed one more task. I regret bringing this down. Yeah. Read. Oh shit! I just clicked on it. Hi, bro. You didn't speak after that. Currently, I was cleaning my emails. Always stay positive and smile through the tough times. Yeah, definitely. I have to. Almin, how much do I have here? It's loading. It was actually like I was suddenly deleting the all the emails I have in my folder. So it was around 27,000 emails, and I yesterday I was trying to delete them 250 200 selecting it. I was not able to select all, so I try to delete selecting 50, sometimes 100, sometimes 250, and in the end I deleted them all. But I have two like Gmail account. Actually, I have five or six Gmail account, like and I deleted from two Gmails. Yeah, I took lots of time. It's like 30 minutes around. Hey, what too? Let continue our training. How to forget you. By the way, do you use Gmail? Yes, it's literally terrible. Yeah, it's going very fast. I remember last time you ran out of here. Yeah, yeah, it's going very fast. I don't know how. And today, I will go in a marriage. Then I am going to take haircut. Like it's dinner. I was going around like 35 kilometer away for a dinner in a marriage. I don't know what type of haircut should I do. Oh my god. My beard is still big. Can you get haircut again? Yeah, yeah. I'm planning to get hair. Maybe. Yeah, definitely. I'm just going today if it's possible. Otherwise, not. Yes, I'm still lit my mic. Yeah. I'm just going to make a phone call. I have to mute myself. Bye bye. Hmm. He did not pick up the call, so no worries. By the way, what time is it there? Like, 11 or 11:30? 21:51. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's like uh 10:21 morning. Oh my god, I was yawning. Oh shit, I didn't pack. Grand. Not yet. I'm not tired yet. But yeah, I have to take break. I will do. Definitely, I'm going to do live. Not tomorrow. It's very difficult for me tomorrow, but on it's Saturday for me here. Saturday early morning, and I will do Monday early morning. No, it's very difficult for me to do live stream. Oh my god. There is conflict happening. I have to shut off my laptop first. And you didn't have to make the. But it's okay. I just you are here regular in the lab live stream, and it's okay. Then I will. Why you are staying here in the live for a long time, and that's great. This live has been interesting and fun conversations. Yeah, it seems like that. That's, You will come back for the next live streams. Yeah, I hope so. Oh my god, I'm just feeling sleepy. I don't know why. Because yesterday, mm, I just got late to sleep. That's why. But no, I'm feeling good. Share something. Yeah, that's why I'm feeling bit. Ooh, I saw. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. You get some rest. You did a lot of reading and email. Yeah. I will take some rest. Like for. Oh, I got the call. Hmm. So yes, I was on the call, and now I'm just going to take a break, like huge breaks, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days break from the live stream. No, only just tomorrow I will. Tomorrow I will take 1 or 2 day break. After that I will back again with interesting thoughts and book reading. And maybe I will do something else like sharing, like reading emails. Like I will tell you, like it's later my skill, so I will show lots of things. Oh, it's been 1 hour, and bye bye Kiva, and bye bye everyone whoever is joining live stream now. Have a great day.